How many types of variables are there? Eight types. What is first one? Instance variables. Second one, class variables. Third one, local variables. What is instance variable? Member of a class. What is class variable? Static member of a class. What is local variable? Inside a method. When memory allocated to instance variable, whenever it is created. When memory allocated to class variable, whenever class is loaded. When memory allocated to local variable, whenever method is called. Instance variables stored in which memory block? Heap area. Online student, just wait.
Now is it clear? Online students, is it clear? Now my voice is clear. Respond further. Not clear. Voice is not clear.
Online students, now you check it out. Is it clear now? Okay. Okay. Say three types of variables: instance variables, class variables, local variables. You have seen instance variable in which memory block stored? Heap area. Class variables. Class variables. Method area. Local variables. Stack area. Okay. Can we write local variable as a static? No. Can I write variable outside the class? No. Outside the class is called global variables. Outside the class is called global variable. Class, can I call it as data type? Object reference, can I call it as variable? Class is primitive data type or reference data type? Reference data type. What's the difference between primitive type variable and reference type variable? Primitive type variable contains data. Reference type variable contains hash code. Okay. Now, if I create 100 objects, how many copies of instance variable created? 100. How many copies of class variable created? Only one. Depends upon number of objects, number of copies of instance variable, but class variable only one copy. Okay. These all you studied. What is the execution priority? Class variables, static blocks, main method. Okay. These all remember now. Suppose if I write integer x equal to 10, this is which type of variable? This is which type of variable? Instance variable. When memory allocated to this? Whenever object is created. Which memory block it is stored? Heap area. If I create 100 objects, how many copies created? 100 copies created. So like this, n number of instance variable you can create. Okay. Now it is also instance variable. It is also instance variable. It is also instance variable. Now if I create object, how many variables memory allocated? 3 variables memory allocated in an object. In a one object, 3 variables memory allocated. Okay. These all instance variable. Memory allocated whenever object is created. If you create object, then memory allocated to these all. Okay. But one copy, every object, separate copy of X, separate copy of Y, separate copy of Z created. Every object. How to access these all, we'll see now. Next node on. Now node on. There are two ways to access an instance variable. There are two ways to access an instance variable. First one, by using an object. Second one, by using an object reference. There are two ways to access an instance variable. First one, by using an object. Second one, by using an object reference. There are two ways to access an instance variable. First one, by using an object. Second one, by using an object reference. Say, with object also we can access, with object reference also we can access. Now, what's the difference? I'll explain. You observe. Suppose system.out.println new demo.x. If I write, you observe, new demo.x. What is new? Say, you remember just object oriented programming started. In that, just you are learning variables. That's it. Okay. If you give answer, you'll remember subject. Other will forget subject. If you are not opening mouth, you'll forget subject. That is right or wrong, you check it out. Then only believe my word. Say, whatever I'm teaching today, tomorrow if I ask 20% subject, you'll remember, 80% subject you'll forget. If I repeat, 20 becomes 40, 40 becomes 80, 80 becomes 100. But if I don't repeat, 20 becomes 10, 10 becomes 5, 5 becomes 0. One day course completed. That's it. See, BTech completed, no? BTech, MCA, MTech courses completed, no? And like that, Amirpet course also one day completed. That's it. That's what, while asking question, open mouth, give answer. Nothing will happen. You'll get a subject. Okay. Other will forget subject. You observe. Yesterday, total only variables I taught. Today also it will not complete. Today also it will not complete. Tomorrow also it will be continued. Because object-oriented programming, every point important only. In my notes, there is no unnecessary point. Every point important only. If you are perfect in object-oriented programming, any Java program you can write. If you are not familiar, later you will struggle. That's it. So later also Java becomes hard only. If you work hard now, later Java very easy. You can enjoy coding. Otherwise, later also will struggle. That will be happen. Okay. So learning programming language not easy. You need to put more efforts. Only course completion is not important. Course completed students, so many are there on the road. Right or wrong, you check it out. Course completed, they don't have skills. Coding not easy. You need to put more efforts. You need to put more efforts. Whatever you studied in BTech, MCA, MTech, Java different, year different. You observe. Already your college notes will be there. You check it out. Those who studied also. What you studied, what you are studying here, how much difference is there in object-oriented programming, you check it out. Encapsulation, one page theory, one program. Abstraction, one page theory, one program. Like that, one page theory, one program, if you learn, it is not possible to write program your own. So many points are there, all you have to learn. That's what, while asking question, open mouth, give answer. You'll get a subject. Other will forget. Okay. You need to put efforts to understand object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming, not easy. Not easy. Okay. You need to put efforts. You have to work hard. Now, what is new? Dynamic memory allocation operator. What it will do? It allocates a memory to which variable? Instance variable. Instance variable. Okay. Here, what is this one? Constructor. What it will do? Constructs the object. That means new constructor, if you write object created. With that object, I'm calling X. Then 10 will be printed. So here I given. There are two ways to access an instance variable. First one by using an object. Second one by using an object reference. It is first way. Now demo D equal to new demo. Here object created, that object referred by D. With the D also you can access. System.out.println D.x. D.x. Now here object created, that object.x. Here object created, that object referred by reference with that reference.x. So there are two ways to access an instance variable: by using an object, by using an object reference. Here by using object, here by using object reference. Now in this program, how many objects are there? Think yourself and give answer. In this program, how many objects are there? You are not giving answers. One object or two objects? How many people answer two objects? Just raise your hand. Online students. How many people answer one object? Raise your hand. See, I taught all people same, but one object selected, two objects selected, still some people are in dilemma. They are not giving answer. You observe. Okay. Whether one object or two object, that is also not selected. Okay. That means three objects. Three objects are no, you don't want to give answer. See, already I given new constructor means object created. It is one object. Here one more object. So there are two objects. Here one object created. Here one more object created. There are two objects. How many object references are there? One reference. That is D. This object not referred by reference. This type of object is called anonymous object. We can also call unreferenced object. Okay. It is anonymous object. We can also call unreferenced object. This is referred by D. So referenced object. It is object referred by D. It is unreferenced object. Here object is referred by D. So D is a reference. Okay. Now here two objects are there. Already you studied separate copy of instance variable exists for every object. That means in this program, how many objects? Two objects. Then how many copies of X? Two copies of X. In this object, one X will be there. In this object, one X will be there. Now, this object X I printed. Suppose if I write system.out.println new constructor dot X, if I write, is it one more object created or that object comes? That object data comes. If you write like this, one more object created, one more copy created. Suppose if I write system.out.println d.x, this object comes or any other object created? That object only comes. So if you want to access only one time, this is a way. If you want to access many times, this is a way. So in your program, if you want to access only one time, then use object. More than one time, use object reference. Like that you have to select. So if the application requires to access only one time, you have to use this one. If the application requires more than one time, you can use this one. Suppose you require more than one time. Suppose if you write like this, system.out.println new demo.x, then what will happen? Two objects created. Then two times memory allocated. Okay. Then here, what will be happen? Object, this object data, you cannot access one more time. Here, another object created. But this object data, n number of times you can access. So here, d.x, 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 10 times also, 100 times also you can call. But that data only you can access. So this object data, you cannot access more than one time. This object data, n number of times you can access. That's what. Suppose your application requires only one time. This is you have to select. It is also possible, but reference memory wasted. Suppose you want to access more than one time. This is not possible. If you write one more new demo, one more object created. That is the reason. Here, what you have to do here, use object to access, use an object to access, note on, an instance variable if it is required only one time. Use an object reference to access an instance variable if it is required more than one time. Use an object to access an instance variable if it is required only one time. Use an object reference to access an instance variable if it is required more than one time. Use an object to access an instance variable if it is required only one time. Use an object reference to access an instance variable if it is required more than one time. One time required, use object. More than one time required, use object reference. New constructor means object created. New constructor means object created. So there are two ways to access an instance variable: by using an object, by using an object reference. If one time required, use object. More than one time required, use object reference. Is it over? Writing is over? No. No, don't write program. I'll explain. Now, demo class loaded, open brace executed, main method called, open brace executed. After that, new allocates the memory in a heap area. Say demo class loaded, open brace executed, main method called, open brace executed, new constructor, new allocates the memory to instance variable X in a heap area. For X, memory allocated in a heap area. Constructor constructs the object. Constructs the object. Now this object dot X, that X is printed. Suppose it is stack area, it is heap area. Now after this, new constructor again, one more object created. Here also 10. One more copy created. This object referred by D. That D is instance variable or class variable or local variable. What is local variable? Which memory block stored? Stack area. Like this. Now, new constructor object created. With that object, X value printed. This X printed. Here D.X. D.X. Here D.X. Like this, n number of times you can print. Now, this type of object is called anonymous object. We can also call unreferenced object. This object data, one more time, not possible. But this object data, n number of times possible. Okay. This object data only one time. Second time not possible. If you write new demo.x, not this object, one more object created. One more object created in the heap area. That X comes. This X is not possible to print one more time. Okay. So if the application requires only one time, use this one. If the application requires more than one time, use this one. Now you write the program, write the diagram. While teaching, listen with more concentration. Otherwise, you cannot understand subject. You need to put more efforts. Otherwise, you cannot understand. This topic not so easy. So this topic is not easy. You need to put efforts. You have to work hard. If I teach 3 times also, 4 times also, all people cannot understand. It will be happen. I'll show you today only. I'll show you how many will give right answer, how many will give wrong answer. I'll show you today only. I'll show you whatever I taught yesterday. Today I'll ask one code snippet. I'll give. What will be the output? I'll ask. See how many people give right answer. We'll see. After accessing only, I'll ask question. Give me answer. We'll see. Total classroom. How many will give right answer? We'll see now. Write the program. Write the diagram. Is it completed? Okay. Say demo class loaded, open brace executed, main method called, open brace executed, system.out.println, new dynamic memory allocation operator allocates the memory to instance variable X. Constructor constructs the object that X printed. After that, another object created. That object referred by D. D.X 10. D.X 10. Like that printed. Okay. Is it over? See. This is instance variable concept. This is instance variable concept. Next. Next, write it. There are 4 ways to access class variable. There are 4 ways to access class variable. One is directly. Second one, by using class name. Third one, by using an object. Fourth one, by using an object reference. There are 4 ways to access class variable. First one, by using an object. First one, directly. Second one, by using class name. Third one, by using an object. Fourth one, by using an object reference. There are 4 ways to access class variable. First one, directly. Second one, by using class name. Third one, by using an object. Fourth one, by using an object reference. Say, for accessing class variable, 4 different ways possible. Directly possible, by using class name possible, by using object possible, by using object reference possible. Now I'll show you all. Is it over? Now, see, if I write here static, this is which variable? class variable. Now, if I create 100 objects, how many copies created? One copy. But creating class variables also a number of possible. I'm saying one copy of X, one copy of Y. Okay. Don't think one variable, one copy of X, one copy of Y. I'm saying, suppose if I create 100 objects, how many copies of X? One. How many copies of Y? One. That is I'm saying. Don't think one variable. Variables n number of you can write. Okay. Now, if I write like this, system dot out dot println X. It is called directly. Second one, by using class name. Say system dot out dot println demo dot X. It is called by using class name. System dot out dot println new demo dot X by using an object. System dot out dot println here demo d equal to new demo d dot X. Now directly we can access by using class name, we can access by using object, we can access by using object reference, we can access. You see, Java C demo dot Java, Java demo. See, 4 times I printed. No, now which one is better? Directly better. Next, class name is better. So same order better. Okay. Now first directly better. Next by using class name. Next object reference. Here actually it doesn't require object. If we create object memory wasted. If we create object reference, object wasted, object reference wasted. That's what these two not recommended to use class variables. And this is recommended. But when we have to use this one, I'll explain. Suppose here another class is there. Here one static variable is there. Integer y equal to 20. Now, suppose this one, if I write in a demo class, then it cannot understand. Because in demo class, it will search. It is in test class. In that situation, directly not possible. When it is possible, if it is in the same class. And that's what, if it is in same class, directly you can access. If it in another class, class name you have to write. And object reference, not recommended. Memory wasted. Not valid means error. Not recommended is not error. Not recommended also valid. Not recommended also valid. Okay. See, what they are saying, don't use like that, they are saying. But if you use also valid. If you use also valid. And Sun Microsystem not recommended to use like this. Reason, memory wasted. Okay. Say here, note down. Third and fourth ways are not recommended to use. Third and fourth ways are not recommended to use. Online students, end of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. Listen the class. End of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. Third and fourth ways are not recommended to use. Now, access, next write it. Access class variable directly. Access class variable directly if it is present in the same class. Access class variable directly if it is present in the same class. Use class name to access class variable. If it is present in another class. Use class name to access class variable if it is present in another class. Use class name to access class variable if it is present in another class. So if the variable is present in the same class, directly possible. If the variable is present in another class, directly not possible. In that situation, you have to use class name. Okay. Use class name to access class variable if it is present in another class. Now I have shown four ways. Four ways I have shown. Write this program. So here demo class loaded. Open brace executed, memory allocated, main method called, directly class name, object reference. Okay. Is it over? Now, how many copies of X created? Just one copy. That copy you can access with any object also. If you create 10 objects also, 10 objects can use the same data. It won't create one more copy. This is class variable. Suppose here one more class variable is there. Say here integer a equal to 5. Here static int a equal to 5. Static int b equal to 10. Now system dot out dot println a. Is it valid? No, it's an error. System dot out dot println test dot a. Valid. System dot out dot println b. Valid. System dot out dot println test demo dot b. Valid. So this is error. Line number 10 error. See compilation, line number 10 error. cannot find symbol. Symbol nothing but variable A. It will search in demo class. In demo class, A is not there. Where is A? In test class. That's what error. Okay. Here, this is error. Just if I write 2 forward slashes, it is called comment. This line will be ignored by the compiler. This line ignored. Now, again, if I compile, it will compile. See 5, 10, 10. So if it is in another class, by using class name, you have to access. If it is in same class, directly also possible, class name also possible. And object reference not recommended. Write this one also. If you write 2 forward slashes, that is nothing but comment. That line will be ignored. Is it over? Next, total how many variable? 3 types of variables. How many types? 3 types. Instance variable, class variable, local variable. 2 types you have seen. Now local variable. Is it completed all students? Not completed. Is it over? No. No done. There is only one way to access local variable. That is directly. There is only one way to access local variable. That is directly. There is only one way to access local variable, that is directly. Say, there is only one way to access local variable, that is directly. Now, int x equal to 10. Which type of variable? There is only one way, directly. Write this one. there is only one way to access local variable, that is directly. Is it over? Now, how many ways to access instance variable? Two ways. What are those? Object, object reference. When we are to use object, when we are to use object reference? If it is required only one time, then object. If it is required more than one time, object reference. How many ways are to access class variable? Four ways. What are those? Directly, class name, object, object reference. How many ways not recommended? What are those? Object, object reference. When we have to use directly, if it is present in the same class. When we have to use class name, if it is present in another class. Okay. How many ways to access local variable? One way, that is directly. Now I'll ask some questions. Give me answer now. Static integer x equal to 10. How many ways to access? How many ways? Four ways. Okay. Integer y equal to 20. How many ways? One way. Suppose it is also x. System.println x. Think yourself and give answer. Your answer can be right or wrong. What will be the output? Now, think yourself and give answer. Your answer can be right or wrong. Now, how many people answered 10? Just raise your hand. Online students. Next, how many people answered 20? Those who didn't give answer, what is your answer? Now here, those who given 10, for them, one more question, how to print 20? Those who given 10, for them, one more question, how to print 20? Now, those who given 20, for them, one more question, how to print 10? By using class name possible, no? That's what 20 printed. For this one, other options are there. For this one, there is no options, only one way, that is directly. That's what 20 printed. See, 20 printed. But this line executed first. That is executed first, but that is only print first rule is not there. Okay. Memory allocated first, but that is only print first, like that rule is not there. So in this situation, if you want to access 10, compulsory you have to go for demo.x. So I said just now, if the variable is present in the same class directly, we can access said. I said, but in this situation, directly not possible. We have to go for class name only. Okay. Now write it. Use class name to access class variable. Use class name to access class variable whenever both class variable and local variable names are same. Use class name to access class variable whenever both class variable and local variable names are same. So whenever class variable name, local variable name, if it is same, if you want to access class variable, in that situation, you have to use class name. Use class name to access class variable whenever both class variable and local variable names are same. Now write this code also. Is it over? No. Now I'll ask some more questions. Give me answer. After that, one code snippet I'll give. What will be the output comes? You have to give the answer. Okay. Is it completed? No. This is which type of variable? When memory located? In which memory block stored? If I create 100 objects, how many copies created? 100. How many ways to access? 2 ways. What are those? Object, object reference. If I write static, which type of variable? When memory located? Whenever class is loaded. Which memory block stored? Method area. If I create 100 objects, how many copies created? 1 copy. How many ways to access? 4 ways. What are those? Okay. This is which type of variable? When memory allocated? Whenever method is called. Which memory block stored? Stack area. How many ways to access? 1 way. That is directly. Now, I'll write some code. What will be the output comes? Give answer. Okay. Integer x equal to 10. Static integer y equal to 20. Demo d1 equal to new demo. Demo d2 equal to new demo. d1 dot x equal to d1 dot x plus 2. d1 dot y equal to d1 dot y plus 2. System dot out dot println d1 dot x. System dot out dot println d1 dot y. System dot out dot println d2 dot x. System dot out dot println d2 dot y. Think yourself. If you want to calculate and give answer. Online students, end of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. It is not 1-to-1 session. 400 students are there. Okay. Now, your answers can be right or wrong. Everyone think yourself and give answer. Your answers, give me, I'll write. Your answer can be right or wrong. Try to give answer. 12, 22, 10, 20. 12, 22, 10, 20. Any other? Twelve, 20. If other than that is there, give me all right. 12, 22. 12, 22. After that, 10, 20 means that answer only. 12, 22. 10, 22. Okay. Next. What is that? If other than these two is there, give me all right. Okay, online students also given answers. 12, 22, 12, 22. One more. Majority people 10, 12, 22, 10, 20. Three answers came. Three answers came. Any other answer? Any other answer? Your answer can be right or wrong. Give me answer. All people answer completed. Twelve, 22, 10, 20. 12, 22, 10, 22. 12, 22, 12, 22. Any other? If other than these three is there, give me all right. Three answers I received. Any other answer? Over. How many people answer option A? Option A. So majority option A only. Online students. Online students also majority students option A. Right. Next, how many people answer option B? Yours? 1, 2, 3. If your hand is like this, not confident. 1, 2, 3. Online students? 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 3, 15 members. 12, 22, 12, 22. How many people answered 12, 22, 12, 22? 1, 2, 3, 4. Online students? So 15, 12, 13 plus 4, 17. First majority 12, 12, 22, 10, 20. Almost 90% above students given answer this answer. Next 12, 22, 12, 22, 17 members given. Next 12, 22, 10, 22, 15 members given. Okay. Those who didn't give answer, what is your answer? My eyes on everyone. All people not given answers. One more answer. First answer. Okay. Now you observe. Now listen with more concentration. Your answer is right or wrong. We'll see now. Listen with more concentration. Listen with more concentration. Your answer is right or wrong. We'll see. Method area. Stack area. Heap area. Okay. Now, first demo class loaded. Open brace executed. After that, static into y equal to 20. Here memory allocated for y. It will be 20. Okay. Next, main method called open brace executed. New allocates memory to instance variable x in a heap area. This will be 10. Constructor constructs the object. Constructs the object. Demo object. Now D1 is local variable, no? Stored in stack area. Next, one more object created. One more x. One more x. This object referred by D2. Now, how many objects are there in this program? How many objects? 2 objects. Then how many copies of x? 2 copies of x. How many copies of y? 1 y, 2 x's. X is every object separate. Y, all objects same y, 1 y. Now, d1 dot x equal to d1 dot x plus 2. It will become as 12. Okay. d1 dot y equal to d1 dot plus 2. It will become as 22. It is common to all objects. Okay. System dot out dot println d1 dot x. What is the output? 12. d1 dot y 22. d2 dot x 10. d2 dot y, where is 20? 20. Offline students 3 members given. Online student 12 members given. 15 members given right answer. Majority wrong, no? I said no. Today only I'll prove. I said no. I proved. In object oriented programming, first code snippet. First code snippet only, majority wrong. This is called object oriented programming logic. Java logic. You observe. Out of 400 plus students are there total. Out of 400, 15 members given right answer. 3 members online, offline, 12 members online. Already I told, every object separate copy of instance variable. Only one copy for class variable. This is the reason I am saying listen with more concentration. Few people are continuously discussing only. They are not listening classes. Few people are concentrating on mobile. Then you will not get a subject if it is like this. Write this one. 12, 22, 10, 22. So 5% people also not given right answer. Okay. That's what. Listen with more concentration while teaching. Don't discuss. Few students not listening class. My eyes on everyone. No need to point out. You know very well. Whether you are listening or not listening, you know very well. Okay. Think yourself and follow. There is only one way. You create n number of objects. There is only one way. Okay. One copy of class variable exists. One copy of class variable exists. If it is modified with one object, effect on another object also, because that is only one copy for all objects. Is it over? See, I'll explain once again. Just listen. Demo class loaded. Demo class loaded. Open brace executed. After that, class variable memory allocated in method area. Okay. Demo class loaded. Open brace executed. Class variable memory allocated in method area. After that, main method called. Open brace executed. Here, two objects created. Then two copies of X created. Every object separate copy of instance variable exists. Okay. Only one copy of class variable for all objects. Now, if I create 100 objects, 100 X's created, but one Y created. One Y. 100 objects if I create, 100 copies of X created, but Y will be only one Y. Okay. After that, d1 dot x equal to d1 dot x plus 2. This x is modified like a 12. d1 dot y equal to d1 dot y plus 2. There is only one y. This y only modified. Then if you print d1 dot x, 12 printed. d1 dot y, 22 printed. d2 dot x, this x printed, 10. d2 dot y, this 22 printed. There is only one y. See, every student, one notebook is there. It is like an instance variable. For all students, one board is there. It is like a class variable. If you modify in your notebook, that is modified, that is visible to you only. If you modify in board, visible to all. That type. Every student, one notebook, that is instance variable type. For all students, one board, that is class variable type. Like that. Okay. If you modify in your notebook, that is visible to you only. If you modify on board, that is visible to all. That type. That's what 22, 22 here. Year 10, year 12. Like that. Clear? Now here, Three types of variables. When we have to use instance variable, when we have to use class variable, when we have to use local variable. If the value is different for every object, then we have to go for instance variable. If the value is common to all objects, we have to go for class variable. If you want to perform any calculations, then we have to go for local variable. Say, you are not listening at last. Here 6 members are there. Here 2 member, there 2 member, there 2 member. Not listening class. My eyes on everyone. From the beginning, from class beginning, I'm observing. If you don't listen, attending class is waste. You observe. Majority wrong answers. No? 5% people also not given right answer. You observe. Total classroom 400 plus. Online, offline. 15 members given right answer. 20 members means 5%. 20 members also not given right answer. You observe. That's what I'm saying. It is not easy. You need to put efforts. Java completed students, so many are there. Core Java completed, advanced completed, Spring completed, Spring Boot completed, microservices completed, all completed. Completed students, many are there on road. In Amirpet, check it out. They don't have skills. Students are saying jobs are not there. Companies are saying skilled persons are not there. You observe, right or wrong, you check it out. Morning to night, if they take interviews, 1%, 2% selecting. Because they're asking logic. Students are learning theoretically familiar. Logically, they are weak. These are called logics. It is Java logics. Whatever you studied up to operators control structure, that is C language logic only. This is called Java logic. 6, 7 members, they are not listening class. Continuously from the beginning, discussion. After class, you discuss what you understood, what your friend understood, you discuss. It is better. But in a classroom only, if you discuss, no use. You're not following. See, here, if the value is different for objects, use instance variable. The value is same for all objects, use class variable. To perform the task, local variable. Like that, we have to select. That's what 3 types of variables are there. See, write this point. Use instance variable if the value is different for objects. Use class variable if the value is same for all objects. Use local variable to perform the task. Use local variable to perform the task. Use instance variable if the value is different for objects. Use class variable if the value is same for all objects. Use local variable to perform the task. See, if the value is different for objects, then go for instance variable. The value is same for all objects, go for class variable. Any calculation part is there, or variable depending on another variable. In that situation, local variable. Now, suppose I'll ask some question, think yourself and give me answer. Okay. Now, employee number, which variable required? Which variable? Every employee different required. No? That means every object different value required. Then which variable? Instance variable. Employee name, instance variable. Employee address, instance variable. Employee mobile number, employee mail ID. Company name. In that company, all employees company name same will be there. In that situation, class variable. Okay. Salary. Salary, instance variable. Salary will not be same, no? Now, suppose some companies in a production department, that type may be salary same. In a production department, no age, no experience. All people get the same salary. That type of companies also will be there. Okay. There may be class variable. Now, calculating bonus. Local variable. 10% bonus, 5% calculation is there. No, that a calculation is there. We have to go for local variable. Any calculation part is there, local variable. If the variable depending on other variable, bonus variable depending on salary variable, then local variable. Okay. Student roll number, student name, student address, college name, university name, C language marks, C++ marks, Java marks, total marks. Local variable. C, Java, you have to add, no? Total nothing but calculation is there. Calculation is there, local variable. Like that, you have to select. Okay. It is not completed. Tomorrow continued. Okay. Be regular, prepare and come. Assignment I shared, you try to complete 1 week time. Okay.